to the Public Education Foundation's podcast series featuring excellent teachers in Hamilton County. For more information on excellent teachers and how the Public Education Foundation is working to spread excellence to every classroom, visit www.pefchattanooga.org.
How cool would it be to operate a business as part of your high school education? And how would that help you in math, language arts, science, and social studies? Find out as we visit Chef Leon Rice's excellent classroom at Brainerd High School.
This is our grill station. Jermaine, he's been on the grill station for 3 years. He also can work other stations as well. Terrence, the gentleman over there, he's on the flat top grill. That's where our quesadillas and our buns come. After coming to Brainerd High School and taking a look at the curriculum, I decided that the students should have more hands-on skills than what they were getting. So I asked my class one day, how would you all like to start up a restaurant? And they got all excited. Mr. Rice, yes, that's great. Yes, let's do it. When are we going to open? I said, well, first of all, you got to put together a business plan. What is that? I described the business plan. So what I did, I grouped the students off into groups. They had to work collaboratively together and come up with a business plan. They come up with the menu items, and then the menu analyst, he breaks everything down to them as far as costs. Also, they have to tie in the utilities, they have to tie in the phone service, they have to tie in the daily operations, whether or not they're going to make a profit or they're going to be at a loss, because every day in the restaurant industry is not a profit.
Mr. Rice has rules, regulations, principles, and procedures.
When we was in 9th grade, I just remember like everybody saying, "Oh, the bistro, the bistro," and I just like, "What's the bistro? What's the bistro?"
I was actually in a summer gateway program as a 9th grader, and Mr. Leon Rice was the instructor over my class to the summer gateway program, and he was one day in a bistro day, and he told me I should get interested in cooking. So at first I didn't really want to get interested in it. Came over a few times, and Mr. Rice started mentoring me, started telling me the right path to go and things like that, started telling me to do my work in school because I really wasn't on the right path to become successful. So I just kind of got attached to Mr. Rice in the program.
They run the entire restaurant. That's why it's called a student-run restaurant. I'm just the instructor.
We have a lot of things like we have salads, chicken tenders, hot wings, quesadillas, burgers, chicken platters. We have a whole bunch of stuff.
In fact, at this moment, at this present time, I've got about 3 other students who are now enrolled at Cordon Bleu. I have another success story. A student that I taught in 2005, she has gone to Johnson & Wales in Providence, Rhode Island, and she's doing the baking and pastry class, so she's doing really well. She wants to be a professional baker. So we really have some success stories from this program.
He motivates us. He intertwines life lessons into his cooking. He tells us, like while we're cooking, he teaches us step by step, and we also learn not only with cooking, but in other obstacles and bumps in the road. We have to take it step by step, and it's a process, so you learn other things other than cooking.
I think that this program requires students to have a higher level of thinking simply because they have to do problem solving. If a guest is not happy, they gotta know what to do to make that guest happy. There's times when some of our equipment has malfunctioned. They have to know what to do. Great discipline skills, leadership qualities, things like that, just being able to adapt with other people, good people skills, things like that. A lot of qualities in being in the culinary arts program, especially in being a manager. You have to be able to talk to a customer and talk to a student, talk to an employee. You have to be able to change your settings and your tone and voice and things like that. Because a lot of times there's going to be a lot of obstacles in your way. There's going to be a lot of situations where things will not go your way. So you have to come up with a solution to these problems.
everything is not going to run exactly how you want them to in a business restaurant. Seeing as how I come from a single parent home, I tend to get off track sometimes doing my academic activities, doing things like that, playing around in class. Mr. Rice kind of stays on top of all his students in the bistro, making sure they stay active academically, make sure they're doing the right thing in order to stay in the culinary arts program.
I take a look at their report cards, and I have a conference with every student. Now, if that student is doing really well, I tell them, you're doing wonderful, but you know what? Push yourself just a little bit farther and you can obtain that A. Those students who are struggling, I sit them down, I talk to them, okay, what is it that we need to do? Because I'm willing to help you.
I've learned, and from making mistakes to cooking and life experiences, just start all over and do it again and learn from it.
I have confidence in them that I expect, this is what I've taught you, this is what I expect of you, and I'm not going to settle for less. And sometimes I can push them to the limit because they realize Mr. Rice wants the best for us, and that when they leave my class, then they are job ready. They are ready for post-secondary education. They are ready for the industry, the culinary industry, food service industry.
I plan to go to either Walter State or a culinary arts school such as Cordon Bleu or Johnston Wills.
He plans to do a double major. He wants to major in business, and then he wants to get a degree from culinary school. And also he's told me he's planning on opening up his own restaurant, and then he will hire me to come to work for him. It has been a joy to be here at Brainerd High School and to have taught the number of students who have came through this program since I've been here, simply because even after they graduate, I can see them in the marketplace. They're going to always say, hey, yes, Mr. Rice, it's good to see. Yes, Mr. Rice, I'm still cooking that chicken dish that you taught me. I'm still baking that cheesecake, or I'm still baking that cake. Mr. Rice, I really appreciate you. So it makes me feel that I have done the job in which Hamilton County hired me to do. So I feel privileged.
Thank you for visiting the classroom of one of Hamilton County's many excellent teachers. For more on excellent teachers and the Public Education Foundation, visit www.pefchattanooga.org.